morning. I'm really excited to do this. This is our first video that we're going to be hosting once a month with different professionals and things that I think impact all of our lives. So this morning I have the pleasure of speaking to Scott Weber here at WealthLink. He is, why don't you go ahead and say what you do rather than me? You know more about it.
Oh, thanks, Colleen. So at WealthLink, we specialize in retirement strategies, wealth management strategies for clients. And Colleen and I were collaborating a little bit today about what is the most important news topic right now that is affecting a lot of people. And I would say that's tariffs for a lot of people. And that's causing the market to fluctuate because of uncertainty. And the best way that I could think of describing this to clients and how it's important to you individually is I was taking my kids to a sport event the last week and we were running late and I had to go get them some food. So I stopped by McDonald's and I was just flabbergasted that the price was over $22 for 2 little breakfast meals and hash browns. And I thought about this. I think I've coined it, which is called a domestic tariff for us in California. And when I looked back at the prices in 2020, minimum wage in California for big corporations like a McDonald's was $14 an hour. And since then, in 24, the price went up to $20 an hour. So that is a 43% increase in minimum wage. Now, who is affected by tariffs? Or who gets to pay for tariffs? It is 100% on us because the corporation pushes that cost onto the consumer. So if you really look at what happened with McDonald's over the last couple of years, the price has increased in menu items anywhere from 43% up to 100% on menu items. That's crazy. There's really 3 options for somebody. Either you suck it up and you just go pay that price at McDonald's, you go shopping and make breakfast for your kids, which is a little bit cheaper, or you find a mom and pop store that does not have to succumb to the $20 minimum wage in California. That's kind of the idea of what I'll call it a domestic tariff is. But what's affecting the stock market right now, let's just bring it into the automotive tariff that Trump is talking about right now, is 25% tariff on automotives. So think about this as an individual. If you have a $1,000 budget for a car and it's a 25% tariff, that is now going to cost you $62,500 for a car. What's your options as a consumer? Because the automotive industry is not going to give you a 25% discount, right? They're going to add that to the price of the car. So what that means is either you go shop domestically, buy a Ford product, for example, at $50,000 because that's your budget instead of spending the $62,500. But what this does, what people don't truly understand, is now you have the ability to kind of avoid that tariff in some of these international vehicles that are coming in because you can buy it domestically. It increases jobs because if they're opening a plant after 10 years, people are going to get hired, which is great for the community. I think people kind of miss that in the tariff world. But it is a huge thorn for clients that are invested right now, because if you look at the stock market, it's been going up, down, sideways, and it's crazy, and people don't know what that future looks like. And uncertainty creates chaos, and that's why clients kind of come to us to have a review of their accounts to make sure they're on track more for a long-term perspective. That's pretty much a quick highlight on tariffs.
I never thought about it that way. The benefits that could ultimately bring our individual economies as well.
Correct.
Yeah. And how often do you guys meet with your clients?
Our commitment to clients is to meet quarterly. Some people don't like to see our face every quarter, so it could get extended or shortened. But I always share with people sometimes when we meet with clients, the news may not be that important to me, but for other people, if it's important to you, always reach out and get your questions answered.
Yeah. And do you charge to review somebody's financial information or their current financial plan or lack of thereof?
No, that is always complimentary for us to review. Our hopes is that you find education in what we do for our clients, that obviously ultimately we'd like to work with clients, but no, we do not charge for that.
And then how can people find you?
You can find us directly in Fallbrook, 1615 South Mission Road, right next to the Garden Center. That's been here for decades, or at www.wealthlink.com.
Great, and we'll also put your Calendly link in our newsletter too, so people can contact you guys that way.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Scott. This was eye-opening. Thank you.